Imagine a world where your digital assistant doesn't just answer your questions, but actively completes complex tasks for you. That's not science fiction anymore. In the first half of 2025, artificial intelligence, or AI, took some truly giant leaps. Welcome to Your Robo AI News, your guide to understanding the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. I'm your host. Over the next 20 minutes, we're diving deep into the incredible AI developments from December 2024 through May 2025. This was a period that saw AI not just advance, but fundamentally shift its capabilities and its integration into our lives. To kick things off, one of the most talked about trends has been Agentic AI. So what does that really mean for us? Well, Agentic AI, as the research from this period strongly highlights, marks a pivotal change. Think of traditional AI as a brilliant research assistant. It can find information, summarize it, even generate new content. Agentic AI, however, is more like a proactive team member. These are AI systems designed to autonomously perform tasks, plan, and execute complex, multi-step actions across various applications. We saw OpenAI unveil its O3 and O4 models in April 2025, highlighting sophisticated reasoning and the ability to use tools. Google's Gemini 2.0, first announced in December 2024 and later updated with Gemini 2.5 Pro, was explicitly built for this agentic era. Microsoft, too, at its Build 2025 conference in May, heavily emphasized AI agents, even upgrading GitHub Copilot into an autonomous coding agent. So, it's AI moving from passively providing information to actively doing things. That sounds like a massive shift with very big implications for productivity. The reports from company blogs and reputable tech journals describe this as AI evolving from tools into active digital assistants and collaborators. It's widely seen as a fundamental driver for future innovation. And the developments kept coming. OpenAI launched Codex in May 2025, an AI software engineering agent. Google's own coding agent, Jules, also entered public beta around that same time. Now, all this sophisticated AI software needs some serious power behind it. And indeed, the hardware front was just as crucial to this entire story. The hardware advancements have been critical. Nvidia was a major headliner. At the Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, in January 2025, they introduced their next-generation Blackwell GPU architecture. That's Graphics Processing Unit. They also launched the much-anticipated GeForce RTX 50 series graphics cards, like the RTX 5090, which became available quite quickly. These promise substantial performance leaps, which are vital for training these increasingly complex AI models. Nvidia also announced Project Digits, aiming to make personal AI supercomputers more accessible. And we saw companies like Dell Technologies announcing new servers in May, all incorporating these powerful Nvidia Blackwell GPUs. It really sounds like a classic feedback loop. Better software demands better hardware, and better hardware then enables even more sophisticated software. And as you might imagine, this kind of cutting-edge development doesn't come cheap. The research tells us the investment in the AI sector during this period was extraordinarily active. Despite any broader economic uncertainties, investor enthusiasm for AI remained exceptionally high. For instance, the research highlighted Perplexity AI raising $500 million in May 2025. GPU cloud provider Lambda Labs secured nearly that much in February. And looking back a bit earlier to late 2024, giants like OpenAI and Databricks reportedly secured massive $10 billion rounds, with xAI raising $6 billion. Venture capital firm Signalfire even announced a new $1 billion fund in April 2025 just for early-stage AI startups. These are truly staggering numbers. So, what does that influx of capital actually mean for the industry? It means rapid expansion, intensive research, and heightened competition. Capital is flowing heavily towards companies developing foundational models, AI-specific hardware, and specialized AI solutions. It's what's fueling this incredible pace of development we're discussing. With all this rapid advancement and investment, it's no surprise that big tech players are making significant moves. And of course, regulators are paying close attention. We saw Apple make a major AI announcement, a highly anticipated one. Apple unveiled Apple Intelligence, with features rolling out through 2025. What's particularly noteworthy, as the research points out, is Apple's strong emphasis on-device processing for many AI tasks. This is a big nod to user privacy. They introduced Genmoji, those are AI-generated emojis, and advanced writing and image tools across their operating systems. Given Apple's huge user base, this is expected to really mainstream generative AI and could push competitors towards similar privacy-centric approaches. That privacy angle is definitely interesting. And on the regulatory front, a complex global picture is emerging. The European Union's AI Act has been moving into its implementation phase. A significant step reported was a ban on AI systems posing unacceptable risks taking effect on February 2, 2025, with other provisions rolling out. The EU AI Act is really emerging as a global benchmark. Meanwhile, in the United States, the debate has been intense. The research highlighted a bill proposing a 10-year moratorium on state-level AI regulation passing the House of Representatives in May 2025. The stated goal is to foster a unified national approach and maintain competitiveness. But it's also sparked discussion about the balance between federal and state oversight, especially as many U.S. states have been introducing their own AI-related legislation throughout 2025. So there's a real push and pull between fostering innovation, managing risk, and dealing with different governing philosophies. It sounds like a challenging tightrope for these companies to walk. Navigating these diverse and sometimes conflicting legal requirements is a major operational challenge, and it can certainly impact the speed and direction of AI innovation. We've talked about the technology, the money, the big players, and the rules of the road. But what about the impact on people, on society? The research covered some pretty significant societal and ethical considerations, and this is where the conversation gets incredibly important. The potential for AI-driven job displacement is a major theme. The Goldman Sachs analysis mentioned in the research, for instance, warned that AI could automate tasks equivalent to hundreds of millions of full-time jobs globally. Now, while some experts, like those from Vanguard, suggest AI will augment many jobs, about 80%, they also acknowledge potential losses in up to 20% of occupations. This highlights a huge need for workforce adaptation and reskilling. LinkedIn's Work Change report from January 2025 emphasized that AI is accelerating skill evolution, with around 70% of skills for most jobs expected to change by 2030. That's a rapid transformation for the job market, and education and the creative fields, they are certainly feeling the impact too. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025, referenced in the research, underscored the urgent need for AI literacy in education. There's also a vibrant and sometimes contentious debate in creative industries, particularly around copyright. The U.S. Copyright Office, for example, reiterated in January 2025 that works generated solely by AI lack the human authorship needed for copyright, though AI-assisted works might qualify. It's a very nuanced area. Beyond jobs and creativity, the core ethical questions, things like bias, safety, misinformation, these are growing concerns. They are central to the discourse. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres even warned the Security Council back in December 2024 about AI's risks to global peace and the critical need to maintain human oversight. Algorithmic bias remains a key concern, the risk that AI systems could perpetuate and amplify existing societal biases in critical areas like hiring or lending. And of course, the potential for AI-generated deepfakes to spread misinformation is a constant worry. On the safety front, while companies like OpenAI are publishing research on making AI models safer, like their deliberative alignment work, the Stanford HAI AI Index report for 2025 noted a sharp rise in AI-related incidents. This suggests a potential gap between cutting-edge research and widespread responsible AI practices in the industry. It's clear that this period has been one of incredible progress, but also one that brings profound questions to the surface. As we look ahead, drawing from the expert commentary and the research, what's the general outlook? Are we talking about artificial general intelligence, or AGI, being just around the corner? Well, the predictions on AGI timelines did see some notable shifts. Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, made news in May 2025 suggesting AI could potentially emerge as early as 2026. That's a significantly accelerated timeline compared to what many thought even a year ago. However, it's important to note that expert opinions do vary. Some point to potential hardware limitations or the need for major architectural breakthroughs before we see such a leap. The consensus, though, is that AI is deepening its integration into daily life and business, with a strong push towards these collaborative agentic AI systems we discussed earlier. IBM experts even dubbed 2025 a year of agentic exploration. So, this means more powerful, more integrated, and potentially more autonomous AI in the near future. What are the big opportunities and challenges that experts are highlighting? The opportunities are immense. Continued productivity growth, the acceleration of scientific discovery. We saw Meta's Yuma model for material science and Microsoft's Discovery platform for research highlighted in the material. And there's the democratization of complex capabilities like coding and data analysis. But the challenges are equally significant. Ensuring AI safety and alignment, addressing ethical concerns like bias and misuse, managing job displacement and bridging the skills gap, and overcoming hardware and energy consumption limitations. The debate on how to best regulate AI without stifling innovation also continues globally. It truly sounds like a pivotal moment. The advancements are exciting, but the need for thoughtful navigation, responsible development, and societal adaptation seems more critical than ever. The research paints a picture of an industry in dynamic flux, balancing incredible potential with complex responsibilities. The next 6 to 12 months will likely see even more experimentation with AI agents and continued benchmark performance advances. A fascinating and fast-moving landscape indeed. It's clear these conversations are just beginning. It's a crucial time to stay informed and engaged with these topics. And thank you for joining us on Your Robo AI News. We've covered a lot today, from the rise of agentic AI to the profound societal impacts shaping our collective future. We encourage you to reflect on how these rapid advancements might influence our world.